Go. Hello, my lovely friends. Welcome. We're in a little bit different spot because we couldn't do what I'm doing today at my desk.
Just realized my closet is open. Oh my goodness.
Oh, it's fine. I can only see shadowy, what's the word? Hints at clothing, so you're good. So anyways, yes. Hello, Kara. I'm so happy to see you. Hi. Highly recommend Kara's channel. Anyways, since we're here, Merritt, do you want to introduce yourself? Another channel I highly recommend, by the way.
Sure. Hello, I'm Merritt. I'm over on Meritworthy, but I'm mostly on TikTok. You probably would know anything by the bright orange walls in my room. I talk a lot about comics, and honestly, I don't read. I say I'm a booktuber, but I never have anything read. I talk more about movies than anything, and today I'm sewing because...
Yes. What are you making?
Are you
able to tell us?
Yes. I randomly, on a whim, decided that my LARP character needed overalls. So I dug through my fabric stash, found this green, which is actually like a flannel shirt kind of material. Like, you know, like the soft dress shirts?
Yeah, I know.
It's that. So I'm making overalls out of that.
Cool.
But they're going to look very strange. And also, I made the pattern myself, so they might not fit. We're going to have a time.
Well, I mean, the good news is if you cut them with enough ease, you can probably adjust them, like make tucks and stuff. But
yep.
I don't know how much fabric you have.
I pretty much used what I had, like all of it. So we're going to see. But this character is a mess of a human. So if I have to add in stripes of other colors just to whiten them, that's fine. It's very in character. That
would work. That's nice. Okay, so what we are here to do is Merritt's going to hang out with me while I do a couple things. The first one, well, I'm not actually sure what order we're doing this in. I'll probably like go back and forth between. But the main event is I promised y'all I was building my TBR cart, meaning I'm going to attempt to build my TBR cart.
I'm sure you're going to do just fine. We lost her. Completely.
Am I back?
There you are.
Yeah, I'll probably be going in and out because I'm even further from where the internet is. I'm on the other side of my room. Anyways, this is what it should look like when it's done. And then it matches the color scheme of my room just beautifully. Like, that's like the literal same color.
Oh my goodness.
That's why I got it.
Me trying to find anything orange is impossible, so I wind up with a lot of like
accent colors.
That was a bad idea. Vaguely pink things. Or black. That's why everything in my room is black and white.
That's why you do orange with accent colors, and you choose easy colors for that.
Orange is supposed to be the accent color.
Yeah, but you're making it the main color, so you probably need like neutrals for your accents, I guess.
I mean, when I do eventually, hopefully, paint the room downstairs, I'm going with either a blue or a green, and orange will be the accent.
Accent.
For real.
That's funny. The other thing that I'm going to do, if you've seen the title, I'm also going to be unhauling some books. And I didn't feel like making a dedicated video, so we'll probably like start with me unhauling books, and then I'll go to build the cart. And if I get frustrated with the cart, we'll go back to me unhauling books. So, anyways, and like some of these, I feel like we could have some interesting discussions about.
I'm sure.
Anyways,
honestly, I should be going through my books and unhauling some, but ADHD brain is taking over, so
okay,
that's where we're at. That's why we're doing this.
Cool. Okay, so I have everything I need for the cart. Let's start with some books that I'm getting rid of. We'll keep those for later. Some of these I don't really have much to say. Like Janet Ivanovich, One for the Money, just didn't particularly like it. Oh yeah, Merritt always has the best tops.
What? Oh my god, thanks.
Kara says that she loves your top.
Thank you so much. I try to live my life as close to as a minimalist as possible, so I only wind up keeping the things that are like
I'm trying to do that, but like the problem is it's really easy for me to find stuff I like.
I'm very picky, so it's pretty easy for me.
That's part of why I kind of came up with a color scheme for my wardrobe last year. And it, for a minute, made things better because I have to wear a uniform. So, anyways, I read this. I think I ranted about it. Like, it was a pretty decent, like, plot and characters, but the bad guy was a huge, like, sex-crazed Latino trope with, like, no nuance or anything, so I got rid of that. And then I have A Time to Die by Nadine Brandes. It's a Christian dystopian. It was okay, and I just realized I'm never going to finish it, and I don't need it on my shelves. Or not finish it, but finish the series.
That's fair.
Let's see. Some of these I'm getting rid of because, not because I don't like them, but because I don't need more than one copy. Brightly Burning is that one. Actually, it's the only one because I have 2 copies. I would not have 2 copies except this was like the free book in a LitJoy crate. So,
just like pinning things on backwards here. Doing things real dumb.
Which one, Kara? Hold on, if I can get it to show.
That lagged so hard. Oh my goodness.
Did it? Oh yeah, I just like disappeared. I was like, oh, okay, I guess we're not here. Okay, so Kara says, oof, same, but I don't know what you are responding to. So, are you responding to Merritt saying that they are picky? Are you responding to like one of the books?
Finding many things that they like.
Oh, me.
Yep.
Yeah. Like I said, creating a color scheme for your wardrobe helps.
I think I naturally do that, just like not intentionally. I just really like maroons and blues, so I tend to stick to those kind of colors. Yeah. And then orange is my favorite color. This is the exception to everything.
So purple is mine, and so then I have purple everywhere. And these look like a normal, like kind of sedate shade of purple, but that is only because we are inside. When you go outside, it's like grape. I didn't realize that when I bought them. I forget it all the time. So, all right, let's see. Mediocre books that were okay. Girl with a Pearl Earring by Tracy Chevalier. It was okay. Highly disappointed me.
I don't think I've actually read that one.
It was interesting and it was a really good character study. But like, I just got frustrated by the fact that she had no good and the choice, like she completely has to walk away from. Then it's historically accurate. I get it, but she has to completely walk away from everything she wants.
Gotcha.
So, also Broken Things by Lauren Oliver. Not terrible, but not one that I felt like I needed to keep. And then also The Girl on the Train by Paula Hawkins. I've heard a lot of people say it's really hard to connect to the characters in this one, which I agree with. So, all right. I think that's enough. Oh, another one that actually is pretty decent. I just have an arc. So I'm going to pass this on to someone who would like the arc. And that's a memory called Empire by Arcady Martin. I'll probably post on Twitter to see if anyone in the U.S. would like it. Anyways. Okay, so let's see how stuck together these are. Oh, my God.
Oh, in the packaging?
Yeah, in the packaging, because, like, I think, wait. Yeah.
They're usually pretty. Honestly, I, like, wound up dumping Oh, yeah. Those 2 that you have in your hand are going to be the hard ones.
Yeah, I can already. There we go. I gotcha. We have movement. Yeah, they kind of settled into each other very clearly. Hold on, I don't want to lose. And
I literally had to like
pry them apart.
Yeah.
Okay. All right, so we have wheels. Let me see. Are these wheels that will drive my father insane? And by insane, I mean, will they make him yell about the fact that these wheels are on his hardwood floor? I don't. Actually, these might be fine because they're actually pretty, like, they're rubber. Okay. I mean, anyways.
You got the back of the pocket. Progress.
Yeah, my brother abandoned me today. He's hanging out with friends.
What a doof.
I was like, you've been home for 2 days. You made choices without me. Oh my gosh, that's so loud. Oop. Oh, that's cool. They color coordinated some of this stuff.
This has to go.
Are there, in fact, instructions about how to put this together, or do I have to figure it out myself?
It's like a brief little diagram, but like it's pretty easy.
Perfect. Yeah, and they get. It's like a Lego building kit. I'm good with those. Okay. Anyways, I'm very excited. I was trying to wait to get my TBR cart until I moved, and then I don't remember what broke me, but something broke me, and I was just like, fine. Yes, I agree, Kara. I agree.
It is very rude of him. So unacceptable. Well, goodbye, Margaret. I can't tell if it's Margaret or if it's me at this point. I feel like I could possibly just be gone and not know it. It could also be Margaret. I have no idea. But if anybody pays attention to any of the fabric choices I make, they're really dumb. Fair warning. Hello. Hey. I see you're back.
I am back. I'm assuming that this is just going to be the way life is. So we'll just do the best we can. But yes, I agree, Kara. It was very rude of him. And I mean, it's okay that he has friends and he hangs out with them. It's just like it's Friday night and we could have actually like stayed up late and finished Rutherford Falls, which is very good. It's on Peacock if you haven't watched it. So I don't know why I dumped all of these out of the bag because I'm probably going to lose them now.
I mean, there's only so many of them, so like it shouldn't be that big of a deal.
I have 9. Interesting. Okay.
You should definitely have an even number.
Fine. It's fine.
Is it?
I'm gonna have to screw these in. Why don't they just? I guess that's so that it will stay together. But
yeah, the good news is it can all be done by hand. I hate when like instructions are like you need a screwdriver or this weird tool that we gave you that will not be useful on anything else ever.
I am almost tempted to just up and move us over to the other side of my room just to see if that helps.
I've never seen someone have such wildly varying Wi-Fi in one room.
Merit, it can be in the same spot.
Well, then that's just varying Wi-Fi to begin with.
It is maddening. And of course, because we're in a pseudo-historic district, we can't even get like FiOS. Like we have Spectrum or some stuff. But look, I was going to show you. It's got a little tiny wrench.
Ugh, I hate those.
It's very cute looking. I have a feeling it's going to make me want to just go downstairs.
It'll
yes,
work.
you are right, Kara.
But I don't hate that wrench. I hate when packages give you random, like,
tiny tools that you don't need.
Or, like, only work for that one project and will never work on anything else. Like, IKEA's the worst, because they'll give you a bunch of different sized Allen wrenches that don't work on other things. They'll, like,
why don't they just make their things regular sizes?
I don't know.
That would make sense.
Wouldn't it?
I wonder if there's sizes that are, like, normal in Sweden.
I have no idea.
So,
that's a good question.
This is trying to fall over on me now that I've got it put together.
Bottom.
All right, so let's pull another couple books that I'm gonna be unhauling. This should surprise no one who's seen my most disappointing books of the year. Diary of a Wimpy Kid is going. Wait, did I finish this in January? I might need to hold on to this one. I've got two that I'm holding on to because I'm pretty sure they're gonna make most disappointing books of the year.
Mm-hmm.
So. All right. So, anyways, there was no point to this book. I don't understand it. I don't know why it exists.
Diary of a Wimpy Kid?
Yeah, there was no character arc. The character was insufferable. Like,
because children find it funny.
I guess, but I just wanted to murder the child.
Yeah, but when you are that annoying child, kids like it. So I didn't read them as a kid, but I knew a lot of people who did.
Listen, Percy is an annoying kid. He still manages to be likable. Like, Greg did not learn a single thing, and he was a terrible friend.
Sure, but that's like a very different story that's being told there, you know? Like, the Diary of a Wimpy Kid's books, I think, were trying to hit the same audience as, like, Captain Underpants.
I don't understand that one either. Okay, I don't know when I read this, but I'll check. Maybe we'll unhaul it. Maybe I'll have to hold on to it. And then I'm also going to be getting rid of Rooftops of Tehran by Mabod Suraji. This was actually a pretty decent book. It's a very beat up copy. And if I have it, I would rather have a nicer one. And then I wasn't terribly pressed by the female representation in it.
I mean, it's also, I was going to say, that's a really fair thing to say too. It's like, book wasn't bad, but I want a nicer copy.
Yeah.
I do that stuff all the time.
Yeah. Well, I mean, so I really think they did a really good job. I loved the male friendships that were shown in that book. The friendship between the three main boys was fantastic. But there's only 3 women in the entire thing. And the main love interest only exists to be the love interest and to be kind of ogled by him. And it's not he's still he's not terrible about it. He's respectful and all of that stuff. It's a cute relationship. I just was why couldn't we have learned a little more about her?
Yeah. It's also when you introduce a character, they have to have some influence on the plot and stuff too. So it's why not show her more of her? That I haven't even read the book, but come on.
Yeah, exactly. And she just basically existed to be pretty and for the main character to pine after her. And we could have done that, but also given her a little bit the only thing we know where'd it go? The only thing we know about her is that she likes to draw. What was that noise? Oh, I'm tearing up my marks on the floor. I have tape on the floor telling me where to put the camera and everything. Let's see, what else am I getting rid of? I'm getting rid of this paperback copy of Before the Devil Breaks You because I was hoping it would match the U.S. hard copies or the U.S. paperbacks, but it doesn't. I'm pretty sure it's a weird size because it's Australian. Okay, hold on. Wait, we've got some cool copies. Oh, yeah, okay. So they're why not just mail it to be assembled, LOL. I wonder if part of why IKEA does that is because they would have those tools in Sweden. I already said that.
Yeah, I made a pocket. Actually, I made like a side seam pocket, so like this is the whole side of your pants.
Oh,
And it
nice.
opens. I know it's hard to see right now, but
I've considered doing that with certain things. I'm like, I like this skirt, but it needs pockets. What if I added them?
I will add pockets to everything.
I like the pink. Like, is that pink that you added in?
Yeah, it's like this kind of
like a satin.
It changes colors. Yeah, it's almost satin.
Okay.
It's like iridescent.
That's cool. I like the juxtaposition of the two fabrics. Like that's a nice like kind of like revealing character thing. I'm assuming that that's in character. I'm gonna need to change
she's nuts. That thing on the back wall there. Hold on, I'm gonna move it. But that's her jacket.
Oh yeah, the yellow jacket. Oh, is that the mad scientist character that you do? Max is pointing out, why would you just keep the wrenches when you could just put a picture screenshot of it? Yeah, I agree. Oh no. Okay. They're talking about me keeping books that I'm going to get rid of. I mostly only keep them for like my most disappointing reads of the year because I like to have physical copies for those kinds of things. And I don't like editing in. It just annoys me to have to edit in.
Editing takes so long already. Like sometimes
like,
it gets
I can
to
just
the point
keep these 3 books or get them from the library or whatever. Okay, we're having an okay, so let's see. Max says, LOL, but in terms of video editing, that was one of the first things I learned how, yeah, me too. So I just sometimes think it's really weird when people don't put in visual screenshots. I for sure make sure to do that if I don't have a copy of the book. But like I said, I still prefer to like actually have a physical copy. So
it's one of the easiest things. It's just like slightly tedious. And by the time I get around to the point where it's like, okay, I should be adding in these photos, I don't want to be editing anymore.
I know that. You have to understand that I am always like 3 seconds away from chucking this computer out a window at all times.
Yeah, it doesn't help with you that you have a Chromebook that you're trying to edit on, which I don't know how you do that.
So, and I'm also more likely to forget if I don't have it. And then I have to go search them and I have to upload everything. It's annoying. My mother did give me permission to check my computer out the window when I was doing taxes. She was just like, please open the window so you don't break the glass because your father has worked hard on it.
Fair.
Oh, I'm missing a book that we're unhauling. Let's see if I can reach it. Oh, God. They're all, okay, I can. They're all the way at the top of my bookshelves. You can't really see it from here.
So that way people can't see them in videos? Is that what it is?
Well, no, it's because that's my, hold on.
Hi, Knox.
Hey, Knox. You can see that's my rainbow shelf. That was how I was able to do rainbow shelves without being extremely upset that my series were separated. Like I cannot do that. So hey, Knox.
The extent of my bookshelves currently, I'm going to turn this so you can see, is I
know that book. That's Chain of Iron.
Yeah, I've got Chain of Gold at the bottom here. That's what I'm currently reading, and then Chain of Iron just above it. But this is my one shelf with my comics underneath it.
Yeah. Nice.
And then we've got stuff on top of it.
You have an orange pig. Of course you have an orange pig.
That was given to me in high school by my ex-boyfriend's younger siblings.
Nice.
And then I've got all of these.
Oh, I would love to do that.
This is how I started with
floating shelves.
I had these two first, and then my dad actually gave me, there's 2 floating shelves up here.
Nice.
And then this is all put underneath it, which is on top of my dresser.
I have a bookshelf on top of I have a bookshelf on top of both of my dressers, technically. I think Max is saying maybe it's just a weird neurodivergent, not neurotypical thing, that I need both audio and visual in order to completely understand what's happening. No, I need to have the book there whether it's in like a screenshot or what, or I will forget what book we are talking about. So,
Oh,
all right.
man.
Anyways, I am getting rid of the 2 Veronica Mars model novels, $1,000 Handline and Mr. Kiss and Tell. Rob Thomas has just absolutely ruined that series for me. So
Those are some interesting titles.
I mean, it wasn't terrible. I really enjoyed it. It was good. Like, it was her in the show, but she's an adult. But, like, I'm never going to be able to read these and be happy about it because of what he did in the 4th season. I
haven't seen it, so I feel like it's like everything we're talking about is just like, oh, I have no idea what you're referring to, but okay.
Let's just say they committed one of the cardinal sins a writer can commit that makes me drop them.
Gotcha.
It was another The 100 situation, sort of, except different. Knox is wanting to know what you are sewing.
I actually have a drawing of it. Hold on.
Oh, cool. Here, let me put it so that you are... How do I do this? Nope, I want it
It's not going to let you do it of me. Unless you remove yourself.
Okay, well then why don't I do that? I'll remove myself.
So this is the overalls that I'm designing for my LARP character. She is something. She's kind of a little bit nuts.
I like that though. That's a pretty... I like the, what's the word? The design. I know.
Thanks. I'm not the best drawer in the world. Like, I know this.
Actually, that's pretty decent. I mean, like, I was in with all of the costume designers, and that's kind of how they would do stuff as well. It's not like fine art, like, super detailed, but, like, it does the job, and it gives you an idea, especially, like, you'll see a lot of people in costume design that they kind of try and evoke the feeling of what they're trying to make. In how they draw the art, so they have their own style.
Yeah. Thank you, Knox. And honestly, it's like the only time you ever see like these super detailed drawings when it comes to sewing and costumes anyway is when it's in fashion design, and only like high fashion, you know. So I was just like, I just want to see what this might look like on paper, and then just go from there.
What are you doing?
Are there 2 hotties on?
Oh, 2 of them?
Hi. Yeah.
Hi.
2 of them. Oh,
Hi.
You can't see him. He is.
I can hear him.
Hello.
That's his
Hi.
hand. You can try and squeeze in over here if you wanted to, but I don't think there's room for you. Okay, so I guess we'll get to some of the more Hey, Brianna! I guess we'll get to some of the more controversial ones that I'm unhauling.
That's a
Ooh, love that.
So I don't know if I'm unhauling Obsidio at this point, just because I have read the series and like I feel like the silliness that is in some of his other works is not present in that, or that I haven't seen that. But I did kind of get a little bit of a feeling in when I was reading Aurora Rising that concerned me. And now knowing context.
If
you get rid of Obsidio, send it my way.
Oh, wow.
I don't want to pay for it.
Yeah.
But I do want to read it.
Like, I don't know. It's good. And so I can see myself like at least wanting to own and reread that series because it is fantastic writing. But I'm not going to pay for it in a way that he gets money.
Yeah. No.
What are you doing?
Well, I mean.
Anyways, so I'm unhauling Aurora Rising by Jay Kristoff and Amy Kaufman. And then I'm also, because, so I was continuing reading most of his works, or at least the co-written works, because I was like, I don't want to punish Amy for his flaws. And then I found out that when some of the Asian authors that had concerns about whatever book it was that he completely appropriated Asian culture in, she just completely dismissed them and was like, oh, it's not a big deal. So I'm also going to be unearthing, I'm also going to be unhauling Unearthed by Amy Kaufman and Megan Spooner.
For the uneducated, is that just a fancy way of saying get rid of?
Yeah.
Yes.
Yes.
I'm a straight white man. I'm here to make sure that everyone is on the same page because the dummy needs terms explained to.
Okay, and then also problematic authors. I had a copy of Fangirl by Rainbow Rowell. I recently reread it, and I decided, nice, thank you, Kara, for dragging him. Look who showed up to say hi to his sister.
I mean, fair.
We were just saying that you decided to go hang out without me.
My computer. Did you want to hang out with Jonathan and play Commander?
Oh boy,
No,
what a nerd!
But I mean, we can play later.
Yeah?
I'm sure you brought your.
Oh, I did.
What did you didn't?
No, I did.
Okay, I was gonna say no.
I did forget to bring the decks that we played last time.
Oh, so I'm gonna have to actually play Commander.
Yeah, sorry. Or I could like pick up.
I mean, it's just the same thing as we played last time, except that it's bigger, right?
It's just bigger.
It's one extra step too.
Yeah.
So Mackenzie says a hi. Knox says hi.
Hey kids. Yeah, sorry. Having a broken computer is a pain in the butt.
And then Kara says to check out Megan Spooner's solo stuff because they are a fantastic writer.
Nice.
Anyways, also getting rid of Fangirl. If you don't know the controversy over Eleanor M. Park, just know that she had a Korean main character and used a lot of racist Asian stereotypes and has not, like, for me, it's less that they use the stereotypes and more that they don't address it. They don't apologize until it's, like, a huge deal. Like, we'll get into it again when we do Twilight, because I'm going to eventually do a video about, like, how I kind of approach problematic authors and what my guidelines are, but that's not today. Anyways, so
I'm like so out of the loop on everything when it comes to books that are coming out like in real time that it's like, well, I'm 4 years behind on reading all this stuff. So it kind of works out in my favor because I get to skip all the ones that are problematic.
Yeah. Okay, let's see. Kara says, also, yeah, Fangirl is one of those books where I realized as time went on that I liked it way less than I thought, and now I'm actively mad about how popular it is. Plus the Eleanor and Park issues you mentioned. And, like, I definitely didn't, because, you know, I am white, so I didn't catch those problems. I wasn't aware, especially not then as aware as I am now, because that was even before I was starting to get into, like, any type of social justice at all.
See, that's just my degree, so that's my life.
So, and then Max says, also, Carry On is overhyped as well. I'm going to tell you, when I was reading Fangirl, I skipped all of the Carry On passages because I didn't care. I was like, I don't care. But
honestly,
like,
that's fair. Like, those weren't the strongest ones anyway.
Okay.
It was
let's
a very strange way of showing that she was a fanfic writer. Like, do we need the fanfic in this book?
I mean, some of it for fanfic at that time was pretty good, but I didn't care about
did it need
characters.
to be in this story? Like
I didn't need those to know, like, what was going on.
Well,
what a one to go out on. Okay, Brianna says, I had someone comment on my video saying we shouldn't use the term problematic. I'm like, I mean, it's overused, but it also describes a lot of stuff.
Brianna, what do you mean they said not to use the term problematic?
Why? Building my thing.
But you don't want him to help?
Apparently not.
You're almost done with it.
Don't screw it in all the way.
Why?
Because it'll like make it so that it tightens so that the holes aren't lined up. So what you do is
you're right. True. I would have figured that out in the second screw.
I'll tell you that at some point, I'm sure.
He taught me that when we were doing tires, but you know, I'm not doing a tire right now.
8. Well, I guess when we were doing tires, so that's like 18, 16.
Oh
I was
my god. this comment
What?
about plagiarism.
Okay, hold on. Let me get through this. Okay. Oh, okay. I am still not entirely sure what was going on with Sweet Sequels, but someone made a really good video, and if I remember to link it below, I will. Yes, agreed, Kara. The fan fiction sections were bad. And then Max says, in Carry On, the only post-it notes I really put in were essentially, okay, we get it, a white abled person wrote this.
Oh, dang.
I feel like, yeah, that's... Why are you... Stop messing with my stacks, please. Okay, I'll say that now. Can you please stop messing with my stacks? They
Listen to how
were...
she
No, that can
treats
stay.
me.
That can stay the way it is. That's fine. That's fine.
This wasn't on there. This was here.
Well, it's fine right there.
Okay.
Okay, so let's see.
This is why I have to be 1,200 miles away
Whenever you join the streams.
I find that the Kath is shocked to learn plagiarism is treated seriously in college, and then Rowell made $1 zillion. He failed HP fanfic. True, fanfic is different than like a college paper, like or a college.
I mean, wasn't her
project?
like college project fanfic though?
Yeah,
That
and I
was, like,
understand
what it was.
that like college is not the place to do fanfic if that's what you're doing.
I mean, for creative writing classes, teachers will accept it.
Yeah.
It's not technically considered plagiarism, as long as you're creating like the plots and stuff.
Yeah.
But you have to like denote it somehow.
We're doing this. We got it. Isn't it cool how well this matches my stuff? Or what I'm going to be doing. Anyways, and let's see. Max says, the only book that I will ever read using the face feels like fanfic negatively. Use the phrase feels like fanfic negatively is Carry On because it's a fanfic of a fandom I am not part of. So much of the time I was all, huh? I'm assuming. Kara says that has made her mad for years. Yeah, so that's a plot line. And I'm like, did Kath not? And I understand why Kath wouldn't have felt like it was plagiarism just because, like, she came up with that plot herself, but not the world and all of that. So,
Yeah.
yeah, okay. Apparently, Aiden Thomas wrote "Not Lost in the Never Woods" for their masters. That's cool. All right, we're almost done with the TBR cardigan. So actually, I kind of want to just leave it like this and not put the but I need to move it because I need to be able to get over here. Like you could just not put the wheels on it; it would be fine.
It'd just be heavy to move around.
Yeah, a little bit when I put the books on it.
Yeah.
I'm like trying to remember how pants work.
What?
That's me every morning as I get ready for work.
Well, because I have the two legs, and I have to like sew them around where the crotch is, and I'm trying to remember how they have to go together to do that.
Oh, okay.
I feel like that's a little more acceptable than just like, oh yeah, pants. How do those work?
Yeah, I meant like mathematically and like pattern wise, how do pants work?
All right, the shorter end is going to be in the front. Anyways, from what I remember of pants patterns. Anyways, I'm also getting rid of my Book of the Month copy of Frankly in Love by David Yoon. I thought this was a very well-written book. I enjoyed it. It didn't end how I wanted it to end, so I'm never going to reread it.
That's fair. I don't reread books much ever.
I do. And I don't know if anyone in the chat has read Frankly in Love, but there is a kiss at the end, like a surprise kiss that I was like, if this were a male character kissing a female character, I feel like this would be a problem. But because it's a guy kissing a guy in this particular situation, it's not. And like, I really, except for the fact that it was a surprise kiss, I absolutely adored that scene just because they were just so, like, I don't want to spoil the ending of the book. Although it's really obvious that this guy is gay through the entire book. But, like, kind of is how one of the characters comes out.
Okay.
And, like, they're really cute, good.
It's always the worst moments to cut out. How's everybody doing today? I hope that you find me sitting here with a lagging Margaret entertaining. Fanfic assignments are only okay in creative writing classes where you change the work a significant amount.
Mm-hmm.
Because it has to do with like basically the same rules that you would use with YouTube if you're like including other media in your work. Has to be like only a certain percentage. Also, hello.
I'm back. Yes.
Yes, I did figure out how pants work. I had to turn them in like the right sides out so I can pin them all together. It's like counterintuitive.
Nice. What was the last time? Oh, wait, that's one of my bookmarks. I'm about to unhaul this and it has a bookmark of mine in it.
Oh no.
Okay, let's get rid of it. I should probably check other ones because I definitely lost my Kaz magnetic bookmark returning the book to the library. What was the last thing you heard?
Left money in books before.
Oh my gosh, Mary. Okay. Interesting. What was the last thing you heard from me before I went away?
Something about it being cute.
Oh yeah, I liked how the character that didn't know the other character was gay reacted. Like it was one of the most wholesome scenes.
Mm-hmm. Well, this is it. You getting lost. Like, just life in general, this is it. We've lost Margaret to the void.
Not yet. I'm still here.
You came back.
Void, I'm getting rid of Zenith by Sasha Alsberg and Lindsay Cummings just because I don't care about it. I've only heard bad things.
I have yet to read it.
So,
I somehow acquired a signed copy.
I'm sure I got a copy at my thrift store, but I'm just like, I don't know that I ever want to read this, and I'm not particularly like a fan of her as much anymore. So why hold on to it?
Yeah, especially after all the let's sell arcs thing.
I don't know if there's a demand for the market.
You're not allowed to sell them.
No, and legally it's frowned upon, but it's not technically illegal. Let's see. Oh, here's another one that I'm probably not going to want to reread these books, but it's still a good, if you're looking for bisexual representation, definitely read this one. And it's Shatter the Sky by Rebecca Kim Wells. I'm pretty sure I know where the relationship in here is going. Mm-hmm. People were mad. Yeah, Kara said not illegal, super sketchy though. Especially
for someone who is an author.
Yeah.
Kind of a shitty thing to do.
Anyways, I apparently have saved the most controversial for last, Merit. This one's really good. I really enjoyed this series. It was fast. It was fast-paced, good characters. I want to read the next couple of books, but I just don't think I'm going to reread it. It was.
So my question is, you say bisexual rep, but is it good bisexual representation?
So it depends on who you talk to. Because I know people that they dislike it because she does. So it's about a girl who she goes to become a dragon trainer to save her girlfriend. But while she's there, she starts to have feelings for one of the guys that she's training with. They never actually do anything, but she does kind of start to realize that she's kind of there's something going on there. Mm-hmm. And so my guess is that it's going to end up being a triad. Possibly. I don't know, the girlfriend, whether she's into guys at all or if she's just into girls, or so it may end up being a polycule. I don't know. Mm-hmm. But that's my guess, in which case this will be right up Christine's alley.
I like the fact that the modern love triangle trope has gone away a little bit in favor of the poly tropes. I think that the polytropes are going to very quickly be overdone. But
Lana, I thought we talked about this book. Was it not you I talked about this book with? I had a whole conversation.
Was it Christine?
I don't think so. I'm pretty sure that it was not Christine. But the author is bisexual, so like.
So
anyway,
then it's probably decent representation because they have their own
representation. Maybe a problematic trope. She's doing something with it.
Yeah.
Okay, so it wasn't Rihanna. Who did I talk about Shatter the Sky with then?
Can we just address the fact that once I'm done with this, I will have a fully functioning pair of pants? It's 9:16. I started cutting this fabric around 7:30. It makes no sense to me that 2 hours of work equals a pair of pants completely done. That's wild. Anyway, has anybody watched Inside by Bo Burnham yet? Where the hell's my mouse?
I'm back.
There
I'm
it
back.
is.
Ta-da. Anyways, yes, good job, Merritt. How long did it take you to make these pants? Hey, Anne-Marie, did I miss you coming in? I am sorry if I did.
I started cutting out fabric. Actually, no, I started drafting the pattern at 7:30.
Mm-hmm.
Probably like 15 minutes of drafting, like 10 minutes of cutting out fabric, and then I just started sewing it together when we got on stream. So
nice.
Ooh.
Anyways, this is going to go probably to my library so that somebody can read it. Also,
that's fair.
Getting Rid of Serpent and Dove by Shelby Maharan. It was another 3-star book that I was okay with, and I enjoyed it, but all right. And then I needed room on my shelf, so it went.
What is that one even about? I keep seeing the cover, and I really like the cover, but I know nothing of it.
About a witch who is forced to marry a witch hunter. And I liked, there were parts of it that I really liked. Some of the rep is problematic and anti-black, but I am I feel like the person that I heard that from read a completely different, listening to them talk about this stuff, they may have read a completely different book than I did. That's kind of the feeling that I get. Yeah, I don't know. I'm also getting rid of Saving Lucas Biggs by Marissa de los Santos and David Teague. This was not well done. Okay, Kara said that she is also unhauling Serpent and Dove, and what pushed her over the edge was that she found out a dumb joke people were making about it was actually in the book an important plot element. Which joke, Kara? I don't know. My favorite part of the book, despite me being completely incredulous that this happens in the snow on a roof, was the sex scene, because it's what's his face's first time, and we have pockets in the pants.
I have functioning legs. These are full pants. Let me see.
You have functioning legs? Oh, big titty Liddy.
What?
See, I just feel like there are people that would do that. That is an actual song some people would sing. It is.
These are
it was
huge.
good for the most part. Maybe we need to take in a seam or two. But that's better than them being too small.
I always make things massive, so that way it's easier to fix later.
Wait, it ended up being important at the end? I've forgotten so much of this book. I need to watch Cindy's video. Anyways, yeah, we're getting rid of this. It had promise. This one right here is a completely different book. It had promise, but made no sense. I'm sitting there, okay, hold on. Here, where is it? Where'd you go? It's a middle grade. It has kids doing things kids should not be doing. But there are the reasons in world why they're having to do this are very simple. They cast the spell, therefore they are the only ones that can undo it. So it makes sense when the adults are like, okay, we'll help you, but we can't actually do it for you. Versus this girl travels back in time and like whole grown-ass adults are like, yes, these children are the ones that should be infiltrating. We're going to dress them up like adults so they look like adults, and they're going to infiltrate the evil person's lair and try and change the past. And I'm just like, this made no sense. Like, it started out really good, talking about how history has changed and how corporations will like it was talking about unions and stuff in the 1930s and such. Anyways, there we go. I cannot wait to read Witchlings. I love Clarabelle. So, yes. Where did it go? Let me put it where it belongs.
There's a seam.
Okay.
There it is.
Wait, what's going on with the seam?
I'm trying to like reinforce this pocket seam, and I couldn't figure out where it ended.
All right, let's put the wheels on this thing, and then we'll unhaul the last 7 books in one big swoop.
Sounds good.
Oh, this is gonna be fun.
Seam ripper.
So actually, maybe I should just like fold them up and then talk about why I'm unhauling them.
That's
so. I've been fighting unhauling this series simply because a lot biased. I'm never going to be able to reread it. Like, I have no interest in rereading it. It's not something I want to talk about on my channel. Like, I'm never ever going to reread it. So I am unhauling the entirety of the Twilight series. You may have noticed they disappeared from my bookshelves months ago when Midnight Sun came out. And then I'm also unhauling the Short Second Life of Bree Tanner and Twilight, the manga, volumes 1 and 2. So my issue is not like, I mean, my issue is that she has terrible representation when it comes to Native Americans. Like, what she did with appropriating the Quillette tribe is just terrible. I also understand the kind of era that she read and wrote fiction in, which is an era where everyone thought, like, everyone, white people thought, all stories are my story to tell. Did you guess right, Knox? Did you guess right? Because there are some other ones that, like, so for me, like, if the thing about the author that I dislike is not a key essential part of the plot, I will keep it. However, the anti-native stuff is a key essential part of Twilight. And she has not, like, it's not like she's gone and she's addressed it. It's not like if she had addressed it, if she'd been like, you know what, this certain amount of my, you know, what I make is going to go to the Quillette tribe. Like, if she had made
literally anything
to undo the damage, or like at all, I would have been like, okay. But she hasn't, and I just don't think you can, like, and then she continues to go on and publish Midnight Sun. I just don't think you can, when you know something like that, you can. And then I started learning more about, like, how anti-indigenous sentiment is, like, literally baked into Mormonism, supposedly.
Yeah.
So like,
Mormons. What? I feel like half the time when I hear like weird things coming up in books, it's just like, oh yeah, the author's a Mormon, and I'm just like, what happened?
I try not to do too much of judging of people on their religion, like what their books will be like and who they are as a writer.
I'm not saying that if you're a Mormon, you're gonna have bad stuff.
Yeah, like, I try not to.
I'm just saying it's like weirdly coincidental.
I know there are people like Brandon Sanderson who are in the Mormon church and may not like be hugely outspoken about it, but apparently he is doing a lot, or he's using what influence he has to make some changes and try and get them to kind of
Well, how's everyone doing?
Excuse me, Knox. I am a Floridian. Anyway, it's not borne up in his religion or in his writing because he has what is functionally a trans character in his most recent Mistborn series.
Oh.
So, I mean, actually, probably not trans. It's more like gen fluid because they can shapeshift, and so they don't really have a set identity of gender in their society.
Okay.
Or it's not like as rigid as ours. Like I think there are some Khandra that have a gender identity, but like it's a very fluid idea.
Okay.
So, anyways, let's see. Yeah, exactly. Like if she has so much money at this point. It would be so easy to just like reach out and be like, "Hey, let me help you. I know I profited off of this, and it wasn't cool. Let me give back to your community in some way." And I think it's complicated because I'm also like, celebrities don't necessarily need to divulge every single thing they spend for us to think that they're worthy of our admiration or our time. But with something like this, you've got to make things right.
Yeah, I mean, there's a difference between making things right and making your spending habits and things public.
Yeah. Like, that's part of why people will talk shit about Taylor Swift, and I'll just be like, guys, like, we don't know. She's never talked about this. And then it'll come out that she donated to a lot of these causes. I'm just like, so, anyways. Okay, so Knox says, Mormons are the Floridians of religion. There are some fantastic people in the group. We only hear about them. Okay, that is actually accurate.
And I think that's like kind of what I was trying to say. It's not like, not every author that is a Mormon is going to have anything in their writing that's just like weird. But whenever I hear about a very like distinct author that's done something like in their writing, it's like, I'd say like a quarter of the time they're probably Mormon.
Yeah.
So it's not like a huge percentage, but there's
the other quarter of the time they're J.K. Rowling.
Oh my god, yeah. Yes.
Which is funny because I don't like, and I haven't reread the Harry Potter books, but like I could see myself rereading those versus Twilight because I like my issues with her are not, to me at least, apparent in the work. Does that make sense? And I already own all of them. But like it's one of those things that you'll never hear me like really talk about it on my channel because I'm like, I'm not going to promote, I'm not going to give any more money to her if I can help it. So
I just sewed this on in the wrong direction.
Oh no! Do you have a good screen ripper?
No, I can't find it. I'm currently using a pair of scissors.
Knox wants someone to draw that graft. Well, okay, so who would the other 2 quarters be though? Like, what would the other percentages be? Like 1 quarter Mormons, 1 quarter J.K. Rowling, 1 quarter is this white man?
Yeah, I was just gonna say just at least a third of the whole chart. I feel like has to just be white
able-bodied white people.
Yes.
Neurotypical cis able-bodied white people.
Yeah, just make it the other half. Make actually a Venn diagram because J.K. Rowling is like. I mean, actually, no. All of that is cis able-bodied white people.
I was gonna say, is J.K. Rowling a Mormon too? That would be kind of funny.
Yeah, this is turning less from like a pie chart and more into like just a Venn diagram. It's a good thing this fabric is pretty thick.
Like, I get some of where she's coming from the trauma aspect. But I also am able to separate it and be like, yes, but trans women are women and they are not a threat to me. Because
what
there's
trauma
like,
aspect?
yeah.
No, I said what trauma aspect. I'm not sure what you're referring to.
Oh, so apparently her big issue is she just doesn't feel safe with anyone who has a penis being in a women's bathroom. Because of I didn't look into it because at that point I didn't care about her anyways. But because of stuff that had happened to her in the past, which I'm like, okay, that makes sense, but you can still like recognize the fact that the people who are a threat to you is not this group, you know? Like that's kind of always been, even before when I was very, very conservative, I always recognized that like the men that would go into a women's restroom to harm women would not feel the need to dress up as a woman to do it. They just wouldn't. They wouldn't feel the need to disguise their gender to do it. They would just do it. Yeah. So I'm not worried about someone trying to like stealth into the women's bathroom. So
I cannot figure out how to
Knox,
throw this pocket on.
As long as I do not have to see it, I don't care. If I do have to see it, I have a problem no matter who it is.
That's that's about the right response to that. Okay, let's see what we're doing here. Yo, trying to make sure that scenes wind up inside out is the most frustrating thing that I've ever encountered.
I don't think it's logic, Knox. I think it's just kindness, and that I was taught to love people regardless of whether or not I agreed with them.
There's plenty of people who are taught to love people and can't understand that concept.
Yeah, unfortunately. It's really funny. Like, you see, like, my generation of evangelicals, you see a lot of us, like, there's either the ones that went super hardcore conservative and completely missed the mark, and there are those of us that are like, well, we're kind of not evangelical anymore. So, anyways. Yeah, Kara says, I feel like HP is an example of a book series that somehow ended up more ethical than its author.
But if you honestly look into it a little bit, is it? Like, there's an entire, like, enslaved race that nobody really bats an eye to. I'm surprised more people don't have issues with the house elves. I haven't even read the books. I'm just like, come on. Well, this is my show now. Has anybody watched Inside by Bo Burnham? Because Welcome to the Internet is stuck in my head, and it will not go away. If you haven't watched it, Bo also uploaded just that video, and it's so good.
I'm back.
Hello, welcome back.
I'm so sorry for disappearing on you, Merritt. I hope you didn't panic too much.
No, I've claimed this channel as my own. You're now my guest.
That works too. Oh, okay. Knox says that their dad has issues with the house elves.
Yeah, how could you not?
Yeah,
and werewolves being AIDS, like.
That is an interesting comparison. And you also have to keep in mind that, like, there are basic fantasy tropes in it, one of which, the goblins, is just super anti-Semitic at its core. Like, anytime you read something with goblins in it,
yeah,
there are going to be anti-Semitic tropes there a lot of the time. I
haven't read the books. I have no interest in reading the books. But there's a lot of things about them that I'm just like, I don't know about that. Did I just sew this on in the wrong direction again?
No!
I'm gonna freak out.
Okay. We'll miss you, Kara. I'm glad this was fun. Okay, Max, what is good but very heavy?
I just sewed this on the exact same wrong direction.
Oh no.
Oh my god. Oh my god. Okay.
That is the most frustrating thing. Okay, so I think the way TBR cart is going to go is we're going to have books I need to haul on this shelf at the bottom, books I actually need to read on this shelf, and then I think this one, and I completely forgot at the store why I was trying to get like the topper that makes this like there's things you can get that like make this a flat surface. So
Yeah, I have one on this.
Okay. I completely forgot why I wanted to do that, and I was like, I don't remember what I want to do with it, so I'll just go back and get it tomorrow. But like, it was because I want to be able to put books on this for when I film, so that I have a flat surface instead of having to just
like a little table.
drag out. Because right now I drag out a TV tray that I hidden in my room, but I think my bullet journal stuff is going to go in here.
That's fair.
So, yeah. Because I figured that I can put in and it'll stay nice. Okay, so we're gonna put some of these things and figure out how they go on shelves. Anyways,
one more time. If I do
Okay.
it wrong again, I'm setting the whole thing on fire.
You sound like me when my computer is acting up.
The thing is that I've already set that jacket on fire. You can tell. But it's in character.
On purpose?
Yes. Entirely on purpose. I dip dyed it, so like it used to just be this yellow color. And I dip dyed it red, and then I lit the bottom on fire.
Nice. All right, Brianna says her entire cart is books to haul. You have my condolences, I guess?
That's just my entire shelf.
Okay. You, my friend, need to come out of this thing. Let's see. Okay, there we go.
The internet. This will be fun.
All right, so we're putting all of the books I need to haul down here, and we are arranging them by size because sizes need to match.
I'm glad that somebody thought that this live stream was fun.
Yeah.
Also, Knox, are you saying no to me lighting this on fire, or me?
I think
doing
it
this
was
wrong
in
again,
conjunction with you and the pants, sewing them backwards. Or wrong way again.
It's just the pockets. I'm trying to sew the inside of them.
Uh-huh.
And like because I'm doing like an inset seam on the hip,
Will you
I need to sew the inside to the front of the facing. So you have to make it so it folds over, and I keep doing it wrong.
I believe in you, Merritt. You're gonna get it right this time.
Dear God, I hope so.
Perfect. And then we can just like
No, it's really sad that I did this wrong 3 times in a row. Like, all I had to do.
I mean, it happens. It's sewing. Things start to look the same after about 15 minutes. Okay,
Yeah.
let's see. So Anne Marie's TBR cart order is, hold on. Anne Marie's TBR cart order is top shelf books that she needs to read that month. Middle shelf is books she'd like to get to that month, and then an overflow of unread / an overflow of unread books, and then bottom shelf equals books you've borrowed. I have a dedicated library shelf for that. So, yes, I like setting things on fire on occasion. I have been known to do that to books I dislike.
I made it work.
You did? Did you get it right this time?
I did.
Good for you.
Proud
I
of
knew you
myself.
could do it.
Okay. Now I have to sew the inside of the pocket together.
Anyways, I once set a copy of what's it called? Wuthering Heights on fire because I was so angry at that book.
I've only ever set one book on fire. It wasn't me that did it, but I was present for it. And it was talked about in this live stream. It happened to be Carry On. Actually, it was either Carry On or it was what? No, it was Carry On. And my friend was reading it for a Harry Potter class.
Oh, interesting.
Yeah, they were doing, there was like a Harry Potter as religion class or something like that for like a literature course, and they had to read that because fanfic. And they lit it on fire, and it wound up burning exactly open on a page that the text that was still legible said, "Your house is on fire." It was a very interesting way for that day to go, but
I'm concerned. And I think that's a good place to have a Harry Potter class, is at a school, because like you can discuss it. Like,
it's an interesting time.
Maybe not a dedicated Harry Potter class, but it's definitely I think there are things that can be learned from it if you tear it apart.
Yeah, I mean, it was also in, oh God, what year was that?
I'm getting my TBR. Keep talking.
2016, something like that. It was my senior year of college, so that would make sense. But I don't know if that class is still offered, nor do I really care. I still have yet to read Harry Potter, and I have no intentions of ever doing so.
There are better books to read.
I've technically read the first two.
Mm-hmm.
I listened to them on Audible. I don't remember them, and they were too painful to get through. So,
yeah, I don't know. I've read them a couple of times. I enjoyed them, but they weren't like. I was much more into the fandom than the books themselves, if that makes sense. Like
no,
I liked identifying as a Ravenclaw. I liked being like I liked that part of it. I liked going to events and going to Universal and that kind of stuff.
Yeah. As part of the nerd fighter community for like the beginning of YouTube, I understand that because that was like 95% of what was on this side of YouTube.
Yeah. So like that part of it is the part that like I enjoyed it, but like it didn't have a really strong like die for romance for me, because he doesn't even start dating Jenny until book 6. So like, I mean, that was cool and I really like their relationship, but you know, it's not enough for me.
Mm-hmm.
Watch my TBR fit perfectly on this shelf. I will just be so
I don't know how you people function with TBRs. I just pick up and or buy whatever book I want to read in any given moment.
Look, it fits perfectly. What just cracked? I don't know what.
It fits perfectly. Breaks.
Crunk. There are some other books that need to go like on this shelf, but like this fills a part of my soul. So, anyways, yeah, probably just settling or something.
Yeah, it probably was. It's probably one of the shelves, like just like the bottom of it.
Yeah, the way my house settles when I'm trying to sleep.
Is your house old?
Oh, it's 100 and some years old.
Oh, okay.
And it only makes these noises when I am home alone.
The best. All right, let's make this function. Maybe.
All right. Does anybody else have any other thoughts on, like, I don't know, I guess problematic authors or authors we don't want to read, or what?
What an interesting conversation we've had.
Yes, I just look at this. I love it. I love how well it matches. Like, it's perfect for what my room will be when I have a new room. Because I'm pretty sure, like, my accessories are going to have to be the color, because, like, the brightness, because it's going to be an apartment, so I won't be able to paint the walls and stuff.
Yeah.
So,
that's
anyways, I think we're going to... Yeah. I may put up... I've heard you can do, like, or adhesive wallpaper, so I may do that. Like, but we'll see. All right. So that makes me very happy. It's going to live right over where my Shadow Hunters, right in front of my Shadow Hunter shelf, right here. It's going to be its home. And yeah. And then I'll move it out when I need to film. So, anyways, any final thoughts, guys, in the chat? Because I think we're going to start wrapping things up here in a minute because I have to pee. And also, this internet thing is going to actually like drive me nuts. I might spontaneously combust. Why is it making that thing? Merritt, you're muted. If you're talking to me, you're muted.
That'll surely get you a lot of clicks on YouTube if you just spontaneously combust.
Yeah, but it won't do me much good. Oh, Matt.
Well, welcome to the internet. This will be fun. I like that you can just hear the sound of this, but you can't see it. So, I don't know how annoying that is, but I'm sure you'll all let me know.
I'm back. Okay.
Welcome back.
Yes, I appreciate the continuity, Max. I like it. Okay. Before we lose me again, Merritt, do you have pants now?
I do. They are functional, and there is now a fully functioning pocket that I need to trim off excess of because I did it in a very dumb way, but it exists. Yeah, it's basically sewing ASMR. That's my life. Honestly, I don't know if I've worn them on camera, but I made a pair of red pants that I loved that was out of a similar material to this. And they were great in the winter, but apparently they don't fit me anymore because that's my life.
All right, I'm back, and this time we're going to shut things down. So thank you to everyone who's watching. Merritt, is there anything you want to like mention on your channel, on your TikTok, any of that stuff?
Loki comes out this week, within the next week. So I'll be talking a lot about that. And then the Umbrella Academy is going to have an announcement next week. So if you want to see me go off about my obsessions, go follow me on TikTok because I will be posting constantly.
And that's Merritt Worthy.
Yeah.
All one word.
Yes, it is. It's Merritt in the way that my name is spelled, not like the actual word. I probably should have had that in my name, but you know.
I mean, it works. It's a clever pun. So.
I love that pun, and multiple people did not realize that it was a pun and not my last name.
All right. Thank you to everyone who joined us. It was really fun chatting, and maybe we'll do something like this again when I have something that needs done. I don't know. We'll see. But anyways, thank you. I will see you. We'll talk later I will see you later when we will talk about more wordy, nerdy things.